Hey guys, this is Doug with Fellowship of the Martyrs. I am all excited about some of the stuff that's happening here in Liberty. I know that it's been difficult for me to get very many videos made with all of the demands on my time right now. I'm behind on emails and YouTube messages and everything. So if you haven't got a response from me, I'm really sorry. I'm trying to dig out the best I can. The week in Texas really got me thrown off my regular schedule. Anyway, I'm excited about. We've got preliminary approvals from the city for a concert in the park. That's something we've been wanting to do for a while. This vision for a family reunion in the park where the body of Christ can just come together and love one another and fellowship together. Excuse me. Anyway, June 30th is the date for that, and that's going to be the same weekend as the Liberty Conference. Which will be the 29th, the 30th, and the 1st. Now, that's not probably necessarily the best time to come into town if you just want a lot of personal attention, because we're going to be really occupied putting this concert on in the park. We're going to have an all-day event on Saturday on the little stage. There's an amphitheater in the city park near where we live here. And we're going to have a bunch of bands come and play, and people share testimonies and preach and give away hot dogs or sell hot dogs or whatever we're going to do. We got to rent porta potties. We got to get insurance for the city. We got to have volunteers to work with the parking and security and a prayer tent and all of the different component pieces that we want to have in place for this event. Maybe even a shuttle bus driver to drive people back and forth to external parking if we overflow the park and stuff like that. We have based it on 200 people being there, but I have no idea honestly what we should be expecting, and we want to be geared up for whatever. So that weekend, if you want to come in and be fully immersed in helping with this event and seeing what God does, it's not going to be a dog and pony show. It's not just sit and listen to people play music. It's going to be bands that really love the Lord, that are going to testify and preach and share their testimony with whoever's there. And I'm really excited about the variety of groups that we've already been having contact with, and we haven't even really started because I'm still right at the edge of getting all of the city approvals taken care of for June. But the intention is to do this the last Saturday of June, the last Saturday of July, the last Saturday of August, the last Saturday of September. If we outgrow that venue, then we'll have to look at where we can move the whole shebang to somewhere else. But I think we could hold 500-600 people there with some parking adjustments and other things. But so we're excited about that. I know there's a really good shield around the park. There's been a lot of crying and praying there, a lot of events we've held there, and I can't even begin to tell you. But it's got a really good shield, and I think people can really hear God there. It's more anointed than a lot of the congregations in town, just to sit there and listen in the park and listen to the Lord. Anyway, so that is the last weekend in June. If you can be here and help for that, we would love to have you. You're welcome to come anytime. If you want to come to get some prayer and personal attention, there'll be people at the event, specialists to pray with you and whatever. I will probably be running around like this all day for 2 or 3 days, and then collapsing a day or so after when we get it all packed down. But I'm really excited about the event and what God will do. And if we got 20 people, we're still doing it. If God has provided through a donor some money to earmark for this event and the coming concert series, it's probably going to cost us, I don't know, when it's all said and done, a couple $1,000s to do the event. And I don't know if we'll recover that with sodas and candy bars or donations or whatever. It's kind of billed as a fundraiser for the food pantry, but I'd be great if it just covered cost so we can have a family reunion in the park. But anyway, so a lot of good stuff happening there. We've got a conference coming up this weekend here in Liberty, the 25th, 26th, 27th of May. And really, a conference is just a time for us to kind of stop what we're doing and focus on whoever comes into town. And if nobody comes into town, then we just go about our regular stuff and fellowship together and do our thing. But we've got more people moving here. Um, I kind of was allowed to speak to somebody back in February or March and I checked with the Lord before it came out of my mouth. I'm like, really? You want me to say that? And he's like, yeah. And he said that for me to say that the number of people living here with us, or the number of people here, would double by the end of the summer. And I'm not sure if that's the shiny Jesus ones would double, or the total population of who's here would double, but it's definitely moving that direction. I've got a mom with 4 kids moving in today. We've got a couple of ladies that are here staying for a while. I don't know how long, and a couple coming from the Netherlands or Denmark, I forget. Anyway, to work on the computer systems for a while. I'm going to make another video about that because I need help with that. And anyway, just lots of great things happening and in process. And if the Lord's telling you to move out here, now would be a really good time. A lot of people are feeling like they need to be settled wherever they're going to be before we get too much further into this year, if things are going to hit the fan. And I'm not prophesying exactly what's going to happen or how or when it's going to happen, but I do know that we're getting pretty urgent. And I know that God is doing a really beautiful work here, and we could use all the help we can get. So I know of several people that are in process right now of trying to get packed, get their lives closed down, and get here. So we'll probably be up another 10 people within the next 3 weeks. So, and that's just here in the complex, not including whoever in the city starts to get involved and to, pray in unity after the event, and we can kind of talk to them about City Church and why we need to be one and whatever else. And month after month, as that event continues to grow, and I want everybody in town to just know the last Saturday of the month, you go out to the park, there'll be somebody there to fellowship and pray with and love you, and a variety of music, and gospel bluegrass and gospel rock and hymns, and I don't know, just a variety of whatever, maybe even a Christian rapper. So anyway, that's the end of June. The first concert's the end of June. There's another one the end of July, the last Saturday in July, which again we're gonna have the Liberty Conference on that weekend. We may have some other weekend where we also have a conference or whatever, because that conference is not going to be like we've done in the past. It's going to be mainly focused on people coming into town to help with the event, and maybe they're just going to come to watch and see how we do it and learn how to do it in their town. And we can kind of give you a checklist of how to put on one of these events. I think we can get it done pretty cheaply and involve local groups and use the city parks and borrow the sound system of one of the bands. And I think there's a lot of stuff that we can do to accomplish this pretty inexpensively, but we've never really had the volunteer base until now to do something of this size. And even now, I think it may be a little bit of a stretch if people don't come help. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, God bless you, and be praying for us and for that event. We're going to do what we can to record it and get it out there on the internet, assuming permission from the bands and the speakers and everything else. But would love to see you come out to Liberty and see what God's doing here, and cry and pray in the grass with us, and pray for other folks that need prayer, and share your testimony and whatever else the Lord leads you. Anyway, so you can get more information on the website. The website for the event is libertyinthepark.com, and there's nothing there right now because we're short on web designers, but I'm going to do another video about that. Anyway, thanks very much. God bless you, and we'll see you in the kingdom, or sooner if you can get here. God bless.